So this is the first ever video review of Critical Gaming. I am Master of Chaos, and our first review, Ratchet Man isn't with me right now. He's going to be on a video soon, probably about Friday. Okay, you got that? So if everyone likes him, wait till then. Okay, the game we're having our first video review is of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, and it's for the 360, PS3, and PC. Everyone says it's really good. Here's where I say I'm not exactly like them. So here's our review. Well, my review. Okay, so for the story, you play as some guy who got in prison. You're never told exactly how you got in prison or why, which is a little, actually a lot, odd. And so, Emperor Uriel Septium, I'm not sure if that's exactly right his name. He believes that you are the one to stop this dark hole from oblivion, basically kind of like a hell area. And basically, it is the most used story on the planet. And it feels like it is executed in the most corny way. The dialogue feels like something out of a generic game, any generic game. I'm not saying that generic games can't be fun, but the story is a real turnoff this time. Some generic stories make the story a little unique, just a touch. This one really doesn't do much in that department. So, that's pretty much it for the story. Next, I'll get on to the graphics. Okay, so the graphics. They're pretty good. Well, some of the character designs and some of the areas. But the general landscape, like the just like the forest areas and underwater, stuff like that, they look bad even for when it came out. Especially for when it came out, actually. And if this game came out in 2009, I'd be thinking to myself, what the hell? These graphics are pretty disappointing. I expected more from the graphics, and the lizard slash cheetah, whatever characters. They're probably the most repulsive looking characters I've ever seen in a video game that was to come out in that time frame. Not to say that all the characters look bad, just the ones that aren't human. Well, not the elves. The elves look pretty badass. But otherwise, yeah, it looks pretty bad. Like, it's not, it's like under decent, below par. Finally, the gameplay. The gameplay, I've seen it in a lot of games, but you know how in all Xbox 360 games, the button to jump is A? This time they decide, oh, let's put it to Y, and confuse you so that you'll think, press A when that actually means, like, talk to someone or something. And it's like a wolf is attacking you or something. Also, the combat system. It is a hit or miss, and it's hard to tell like how far your weapon's actually gonna go. It's like sometimes a short sword could go like really long, or a long sword can be like just a little, and that'll only be like about 5 inches away from your body. And the, the spells, they're decent, but it's hard to aim with them. It's like I was actually aiming at an orc or something, fired a fireball at it. I could have sworn I was aiming right at its head, and it hit a wall like 20 feet away, like to the side of it, and that was just what the hell. And I thought also it was pretty repetitive, and I'm okay with some repetitives. It just usually when there is a repetitive thing involved, they usually add something in the middle of the game to spice it up. This time they didn't. It was a big disappointment in there. And if you want to hear the final score, just wait till the end of the review, which will be in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so overall, the game is decent. But if you're looking for an action RPG or just an RPG or an action game and you have some patience, wait till October. There's going to be like at least 20 of those kinds of games coming out. You got Alpha Protocol, Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition, let's see, and you've got others. And those are just some off the tip of my tongue. But seriously, just wait. Um, Fallout 3, made by the same people, but I believe it is a little bit better, actually a lot better. So I'll have that review soon. I'll have a couple of other reviews. Next review is going to be either Far Cry 2 or Left 4 Dead. And we'll also be doing Castle Crashers reviews, Shadow Complex. We'll be doing a lot of reviews. But I'd give this game, it's decent, but I expected more. I'm going to give this game a 6.4. Okay? So, holler at me at well, later this year, I'm going to set up an email for you guys, criticalgaming@gmail.com. Hopefully, I'll tell you when it's up. Okay, so holler at me then, and Master of Chaos out. Over.